Good evening and welcome to Wednesday night. I'm Leanne Winston Psychic Medium. I hope everybody has had an amazing week so far. The week has gone around so fast as normal. I just need to have a look in the Somebody has their sound on. Okay, there we are. I think I've muted it. We have some lovely members down in the green room watching from there that we will bring up very shortly and say hello, that the sound seemed to be coming through, but it's all good now. So before I do jump into this week's topic and doing readings this week, I would like, I got phones beeping and everything all of a sudden as we come live. I do want to just remind people of the housekeeping. I do ask people to help me spread the love and invite friends and family to join in, because you never know who's going to get that bit of guidance or the message that they may need to help them on their pathway currently. I also ask, if you are watching from any other page bar mytimetv.live, do jump over here so I can see your comments in the background. We are cross-posted to several different pages, and Leanne Winston Psychic Medium being one of those. So if you are watching from somewhere else, I can't actually see your comments unless you are here in mytimetv.live. And if you are new to watching, please let me know in the comments that you are new. Hashtag and let me know where you are watching, as the lovely Amanda has here that's watching from the USA. So welcome, honey, and good morning to you as well. And also, what else have I forgotten? Don't forget to hit the follow button on mytimetv.live if you haven't already done it. Now, Facebook has sent out a reminder for me today to remind people to hit the follow button and the reminder button, that when we are live, you can actually get alerts from your Facebook page on mytimetv.live or Leanne Winston Psychic Medium to let you know that I am live at that time, so you can jump in and join in. So we've got a lot of lovely people coming in and saying hello. My mum is here first off of the rank. Hey mum, early as normal. We have the beautiful Louisa here as well, saying hello to myself and everybody else watching. Hey honey. We have Mia here. Beautiful honey. Hi, how you doing? And the lovely Tiffany. I certainly will get around to answering cards shortly, or answering questions. That's vibrating. I do ask people also to ask direct questions. That's something I did forget to say hello. Hey Emma, how you going? Shona is here. Hey Shona. Monique is here. Beautiful. Hey gorgeous Roz. I apologize, Roz, because I was meant to ring you Monday and I've totally forgot all about it. So we do have to have that catch up. Alicia is here. Koshia, sorry, honey, I know I have said that wrong, is here as well. Shannon is here. Hey, honey, how you going? Rachel, hey, honey, I am doing well, thank you. Roz is letting me know that she is watching from her comfy office in Port Elliot. Wonderful, honey. Lashana, hey, gorgeous. All right, so if I have missed you, a big hello to everybody as well. Now, before I do get into saying hello to our beautiful members in the green room, I do want to, and answering questions, obviously, for those in the feed as well, I do want to talk about people's intuition. Okay, because we are going through this massive period at the moment where what I call the veil around the universe is thinning, and more people are becoming aware of their intuition. Now, it is, and it can be very much overload for some people, very overwhelming and unsure of what they are experiencing. So let me know in the comments, are you noticing lately that your intuition is coming more to the forefront? The way that you may get your information is changing. Are you having thoughts and feelings that is your voice in your head, but you don't know why you're thinking that way? Some people may be finding that they're having a lot more dreams. Quite often can be very restless at night when they are trying to sleep, like they're being disturbed through their night. And spirit, when we are in that relaxed state, can very much connect with us because we are more open to it. You may find that you're taking on a lot more emotions and feelings that aren't yours. So you may be picking up on people's emotions and stuff that they're experiencing and feeling it like it is yours. That is very much the empathic energy. All right. So as the universal veil gets thinner, more and more people are going to be awakening and stepping into that more loving and light energy. I see that to be a very much a positive thing as well, because a lot more people are going to start to evolve, become more balanced and centered on the spiritual plane, which is going to allow that energy to flow in such a more balanced way in that sense. So let me know what it is that you're experiencing. You can ask me questions about this stuff and I will try to help you. I do and have over the years taught a lot of students along this line, and I do also hold workshops and stuff like that. So if this is something that you're interested in exploring, but you're not too sure what direction to go, or even if learning more about it suits you, reach out to me, send me an inbox, or you can ask questions here in the comments as well, and I will help you, guide you with that as well. The other thing that I do have so that I can help as many people around the world is my online beginners class. Now that is a class that's set up over 5 modules, and each week you get released a module for the first 5 weeks, and in that module is a whole series of videos explaining from protection to, because protection is a very important thing that we need to do and do regularly, because we can find ourselves feeling very flat, tired, exhausted. And I'll touch back on that in a second. And we can find we take on other people's energy. So to protect yourself, ground yourself, understand more about the chakra system, the angels, the connection, how we get stuff, the clairsentience, and the different forms that we use our senses and stuff like that. There is a whole range of stuff there in that workshop. So please do check out leannewinston.com/workshops, and that workshop is there. You get access to it for life, and you can go back over it at any time. Now, if you do join up on the workshop and you finish whenever you finish, there are no time restraints with it. Please do let me know, because I do set up an appointment, whether it's through Zoom or a phone call with myself when you're finished, and we go back over what you've learned, and I will help you work out how you're working and strengthen that as well, because I'm a big believer in that there is no right or wrong way. We all work very differently in how we get our information. So, it is about standing in your power and not being told you've got to do it this way or that way. It is very much about sort of finding you and sitting in those strengths as well. We've got a few people here saying hi. Hey, Jenna, how you doing? She says, I haven't not been well. Do you think I will be okay? Had some tests done. Yes, honey, I do. And so many people, honey, are becoming more focused on their health. I know certainly over the last probably couple of months, since probably July, my focus has had to come back on to my health and nurture that at the same time. So please know, if you are feeling or been sort of suffering with health issues and stuff, that is all very much and can be a part of this universal change as well. It's funny because that is the way Spirit knows how to get my attention, is by bringing my focus back into line in that way. Rachel saying my intuition is sharper than ever, and I know I'm being protected at the moment. Been doing a lot of self-healing, and thanks to the lovely Roz, then has been a lot of confirmation with sorry, I'll try and read that on the side. With Roz, confirmation is in and around me at the moment. Perfect. All right. Protection is something we need to constantly work on. Okay, for me, over the years, it's something that I would do 2, 3, 4 times a day as I felt needed to. Now I trust that intuition that protection is there, but there are times and situations I go into and different things I work, like when I'm cleansing a house or I have done a paranormal night or something like that, I do the protection. I clear that energy at the end of the night as well. So it's just finding the ways that work for you in that sense. Okay. Helena is saying, hi, morning from England. I've been with my partner for 8 years. Do you see us moving in together, as have to sell my house next year and worrying? Okay, honey, have a clear picture of what it is you want. And keep that clear picture, because what you're doing is you're sitting in that lower vibration of energy when you're in that worry state. So have that clear picture of what it is that you're working towards. Stay in that energy and just go with it, okay? And keep that clear focus, because when you're doing that, that's what you're manifesting. When you're sitting in that worry and that unsure, unsettled energy, that is what you are creating in your life at that time. All right. Okay. Hey, gorgeous Sarah. How are you going, honey? I clicked your message and it moved. Helen, you are very welcome as well. So, guys and girls, if you've got any questions based around intuition, please do ask. Mia is saying, what I did get doing spiritual awakening, and there was a beam of light came across me and I was a bit scared. It can be a bit scary, honey. Breathe through that stuff. Open and trust and surrender. Open yourself up to it and trust and surrender. Those that have been students of mine have heard me say that so much, because what you're doing is you're surrendering to that energy. And when we do experience things for the first time that you can't explain, it can be a little bit overwhelming as well. So I quite often say to people, just acknowledge, whether you do it out loud or you do it in your head, that you know that they are there. So by acknowledging spirit, you're letting them know that you're aware of it, and you will quite often find that they can back off as well, sort of thing, in that way. So beautiful. All right. So let's jump in and say hello to the gorgeous Sue. We haven't seen Sue for a little while. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. So
hello.
Bring Sue up. Hey, honey. There we go. And let me get rid of that screen. How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad, thank you. How's your week been?
Week's been good. Been very full but good. Yes.
Yeah. Keeping you busy?
Yes, I have been busy between work and mum and things, but yes, it's been good. No complaints.
Yeah. And how is mum doing? Bit up and down?
Yeah, she's slowly deteriorating. So yeah.
Sending lots of love and healing to your mum.
Thank you. It's just kind of part of the part at the moment, like.
Yeah. That's it, exactly. It's all got to take its course, doesn't it, in its own time. So, yeah. And you're getting a chance to nurture you along the journey?
I am trying, yes. It's been, I can't say it's it's bad. It's been full, but energizing as well at the same time, if that makes sense. So, yes, it's been tiring, but also fulfilling.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm pleased you said that it's sort of been energizing as well, because I think we've been through a few weeks that have been very draining. But this last week, Monday, I woke up and I thought, oh my God, this energy is lifting. There's actually a positive feel to it. And I was quite excited for the energy that is to come this week, sort of thing. So I love the shift. The sun's coming out. We're starting to feel better. So
it's very much. And you're feeling better?
On the way. I'm going to have some surgeries. I'm on the waiting list for that now. So I've got to go and have a hysterectomy, because I've still had issues since July with my surgery. So I've become more on the urgent list for that side of it. But finally starting to get some energy back and get on top of the iron slightly side of
that's
it.
Good.
So, it's going to be a long journey, but once the surgery's done, then it's the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. 6 weeks of healing, and we'll be as good as new. So looking forward to that, getting it sorted.
Oh, that's good, honey.
Yeah,
that's good.
So,
I've just seen in the camera that there's, you can see my floor with all the...
that looks hectic. That's all good.
I'm working on building a program for a workshop that we're running, and so then I've gone in and I've done all the slides one each, and I lay them on the ground. Enzo thinks it's hilarious, and for some reason he feels like it's a barrier and he can't walk through, so he stops at the door.
You just want to mess it up. I love it.
It's like, I don't know how to get in.
But hey, it's whatever it takes to bring great things together, sort of thing. I sort of, in a sense, do the same thing. I scribble notes, and then then it all sort of goes onto the computer side of it. But hey, you got to visualize it to be able to bring it together. That's what I find.
Yeah, I'm very visual, and I lay my slides down, and then I'm like, okay, that needs to shift over here. That doesn't flow. There's a gap there. I've got to connect that somehow. But I can't do it when I'm looking at the screen. It doesn't work because I can only see one at a time. Whereas I need to like lay it all out and see it visually how it flows. So he thinks it's hilarious.
I love it. And hey, it's probably easier to move on the floor than what it is on with technology.
Correct. Because I just go, yep, that shifts like that. That shifts like that.
Yeah, that's it. And then you do it on technology, and I seem to get things mixed up in order. So the wrong things drops in the wrong place or whatever. So
yeah. So that's my weird method. He said, "Do we need a bigger house, honey?"
Yes. I'd say yes.
I'm like, not if I have to clean it.
No, that's the worst part, isn't it? So I'm not a fan of that either. So. Beautiful. Did you have a question, hon, you'd like to ask?
Yes, we are going to court tomorrow. And we're going to be in front of 3 judges, which I didn't realise till just a couple of hours ago. So I'm like, wow.
I get the moment you said you're going to court tomorrow, I got about time. It's overdue sort of thing. So to me, it's the feeling that this is a really positive thing. And I love the fact there's 3 judges because there's 3 sets of eyes seeing things from 3 different points of view sort of thing with that side of it. So I do feel like it's going to be very positive, and I get the reference to you're going to walk away tomorrow afternoon feeling a lot more positive, a lot more clearer in the direction that it's going. I don't quite feel there's going to be a final answer tomorrow, but I get there will be a hint of the answer come through sort of thing. So to me, it's the feeling that they're going to say, I've got a moth flying around me now. I get the feeling that there's going to be something said that's going to give you a clear picture of where the head is at, and it will be against the opposition in that sense. So to me, I feel like it's quite damning in the sense of what they have found.
Okay.
I still can't believe she's wasting her time.
I just can't. And so tomorrow is whether her appeal will be upheld or refused.
It'll be refused.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm like, right, tomorrow, I just want this done tomorrow. I want her appeal refused, and I want, Edith's wishes to be fulfilled. That's
it. Now, would I be right in saying the other person will be there with you? Your other friend, because the card I pulled is the friend card, and it is you deserve the friendship, the loyalty, and the support. Feel the unconditional love that surrounds you at the time.
So
I
just got goosebumps.
Yeah, beautiful. To me, goosebumps is confirmation. So to me, I get the feeling it's about bringing the 2 of you together, but also feeling Edith's strengths and her love there through the thing. So to me, take note of what you feel throughout the hearing, because I feel you're going to feel her energy, that warmth, that beautiful smile as things proceed tomorrow. So I actually feel like there'll be a time where the court makes reference to it, how it is wasting the court's time. Sort of thing, being thrown back time that could be spent elsewhere. Sort of thing on more important cases in that sense. So to me, I still feel strongly that person is wasting her time and energy in that way. It's greed. It's ego.
It's terrible. It's just and I think to myself, that's not what she wanted. Like, how can you do this? How can you? It's 4 years. Yeah.
Wow. That's 4 years is a long time. To sort of hold it up in that. But look at the people you're dealing with.
Yeah.
sort of thing. So, I felt like that. I feel like they were both tarred, him and her, with the same brush.
Yes.
And that's the self-care brush. They're looking after themselves. It doesn't matter what's right or wrong. So,
yeah. It is. And do you see after this a quick resolution?
Yes. Yeah. I get the feeling that it's going to be pretty much finalised by Christmas, but you just need to wait for the paperwork trail to do its thing. So my feeling is the paperwork side's going to go into early next year, but it is the feeling of having a clear, precise answer put in place before Christmas. I want to say close to Christmas in that sense. Okay. Excellent. But my feeling is tomorrow you're going to have that sort of idea of where the judge's head is at. Okay. Fabulous. It's not normal to have 3 judges.
No.
So,
and I'm thinking it's not like it's some big famous case. It's so that we're getting 3 judges. That's
very interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Yeah. See, my head just goes to that's 3 sets of eyes, 3 different point of views that are going to see the same things from a different way, in a different way, but still come to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
So,
and that should mean if they all come to the same conclusion that it's done and dusted as far as her taking it any further.
Yeah, that's it. So I just get the feeling that she's going to be brought down in the sense that, pressure put on her for the time wasted and what it's all about in that sense. So my feeling is that other person's not going to walk away feeling very happy about themselves at all. So, bring the ego down. Break the ego sort of thing with that.
And just some justice there too.
Exactly. That's it.
And and for me it's like I hope that the cost of this does not come out of Edith's estate because that was never her doing. I hope it comes out of the pocket of the lady who's been, pushing.
They're the ones that started this and kept it going. My feeling is the expenses will be put on her and she'll be out of pocket sort of thing. So, he started this ball rolling. Unfortunately, he's not here to pay the consequences, but his wife was silly enough to be pulled into it and keep that going. Yeah, they felt they were owed when they weren't.
That's right.
Misjustice right from the word go when she was still alive. So
and they were, he was handsomely paid for what he did for her. So
that's it, exactly. And I guess that also, without going too much into depth and giving away anything, I think it is also a good reminder for other people to be careful with their elderly and their loved ones in what is going behind the line. But behind the scenes and what they are being talked into or pushed into. So,
correct. Yeah. And how it's set up because she thought she had it all set up, well and sorted. And she was never someone who wanted to be fussed about. The fact that this has taken 4 years and it's all around her, she would be hating that.
Yeah.
Because she in her mind, she had it all clear and sorted and it was all done.
Yeah.
And so being really careful also about how it's set up because the way he had set it up, the will, the current lawyers are saying, this is a really bizarre way it was set up. So he set it up so he could just then do what he did in the end.
Yeah, manipulate it. And that's it. You get people out there that learn how to do these things and will take advantage of the elderly in that sense. So it's really sad that it happens. Sad. Yeah. I'm a big believer in karma is a bitch sort of thing. And it will look at him. It wasn't long after Edith's passed. He left this world sort of thing.
Yeah, and about a month.
Yeah, left his wife to deal with it. So, you can't take the money with you. Where does it get you?
You can't. So, and she's got money. It's not like she doesn't have money. You kind of go, oh, I guess she's struggling and she's desperate. And it's like, no, she's got money.
Yeah, that's useful, in the sense that, and that's what we found in our situation, a bit about what I've been through and my husband and I went through. it's those that have got the money that seem to want to keep chasing it and don't care, or certain people don't care who they step on or how they go around it or what effects it has on anybody else but themselves. So, yeah. Oh,
So she's not going to enjoy it. She's not enjoying it though, because this is like dragging out for her too. So where's the joy in this? It's like, let it go.
Well, that's the thing. And like, I know when we went through court for 2 or 3 years after our stuff happened, even though we were in the total right, that's still a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on you, sort of thing. So I can only imagine being on the other side, being the one pushing it in that sense and not knowing which way it's going to go and racking up that debt, what pressure that's all got to have on you. That's not living.
No.
Sort of thing.
No.
So
no, this is not. No. This is not how life is meant to go.
Yeah. I get when you get that answer, it's got to be celebrated. So I want to say, do you and your friend do something with your families to honour Edith in that way, because that's what she wants, is the happiness, the joy, the laughter.
Yeah. And I just got goosebumps because Debbie and I said, when this is done, we're going out with our families and we're going to honour Edith, because we didn't even really get the chance to do that with all of this.
Don't see it.
It's just not been. It's just not been right. So I got goosebumps all over when you said that.
Well, to me, Edith was very much about the family, the laughter, coming together. So, and that's the best way I feel that you can celebrate her, is to have that laughter, that fun, and that celebration. So
Totally.
She's a beautiful energy.
Yes.
That's it.
She was just a gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
Yeah. The smile was huge.
And it was sad that, that was how she was treated in the end, because she was such a giving, generous person, and always caring, for my friends' well-being and my well-being, and just a lovely, considerate person.
Yeah. Well, when you said that, I got you were both the daughters that she didn't have. So to me, it's that feeling, that's the connection that she took, that played that role, sort of thing. Mother sort of relationship type of thing. But I just get beautiful energy, such a gentle, beautiful soul. Such a lady.
And I was just going to say, she was such a lady, and you said it, such a lady.
Right, she prided herself in that.
Sorry?
She prided herself in being a lady.
She did.
Lady.
And she actually was a lady, because her husband was a sir. So he was knighted a sir, and she was a lady. So she was a lady in title and a lady in
heart and soul.
Very much. Very much.
Excellent. So I just can't stop smiling. To me, it's the feeling, it's so close. Sort of thing. I just get the feeling you're going to walk out with a massive smile on your face tomorrow, and the fact that you've felt her energy there with you, her strength.
Yay.
Wonderful. All right, honey. Well, I wish you all the best with it, and you have to let me know how it goes.
I will.
Excellent. It's been lovely to catch up with you. I feel like it's been ages.
Too long.
Yeah, we all get busy and sick and whatever else.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Ham. Well, thank you for popping in, and I will talk to you soon. You're welcome.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. All right. See if I can hit the right button. Look at that. I think I got the buttons right tonight. All right. We have a few people coming here. We've got Dee here with a very long message. I will have a read of that in a moment, and I will come back to that after I say hi to Jen. Rachel says, and there are those that lie, portray others for some it's easy to read off the side tonight. Something they are not in the moment of grief. Yeah, it comes. The greed comes into it before grief does. Will such people get revealed for what they are? As Mum and I get the respect and recognition for whom I am as a mother, please. I got yes to that, honey. All right. Sit in your power, your strengths is the reference I get there, hun. All right. Let's bring the lovely Jen up and say hello. All right. What have I done? Oh, I had it right. Hello. Here you go,
You didn't want to
honey.
see. You didn't want to see me at all. You had 2 seconds.
I was like,
out.
Okay, I'll push the button. She's not there. I'll push this, and I was like, back and forth. Me and my buttons. I sit here and laugh at Rosamond. She's on the other end of it, so I've got to laugh at myself. So, how are you, honey? Good to see you.
Good. I'm very tired tonight. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, very, very ready to go to bed pretty soon, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
how are
you?
you?
Just stayed up to say hello.
I'm
doing much better, thanks.
How are you
I think, it's still quite tired in myself. It's nothing. My husband keeps complaining because I'm getting more sleep than him, and he's a shift worker. So he'll come home at 2 a.m. and get into bed. He'll get up at 10 a.m. and I'm still in bed, and I've been there a couple of hours longer than him. So still very much sleeping a lot and stuff like that, but it's just re-energizing in that sense. So the body's saying it's needing a break. And it's funny because I have a good day and I start to push myself, and then all of a sudden I'm hitting that wall again. Like last Saturday, I looked at the house and went, I've just got to vacuum and mop and dust and stuff like that. I got the dusting and the vacuuming done, and I just went, I can't even pick up a mop. So then I paid for it Sunday, didn't I? So listening to our bodies is a very big thing at the moment.
Yeah. I went through, I think last week I was trialing a new gym, and so I was back to my old routine of, waking up about 5:30 and then at the gym at 6, and it was really good. Like I liked being up so early, but then just at around this time, like at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I was getting tired, and with the switch over to daylight savings, it was barely dark, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm off to bed like a child.
It feels weird going to bed as the sun's going down.
I have unashamedly gone to bed while the sun is still up before. I've messaged friends and I'm like, it's only 7:30, but is it okay to go to bed? I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. I can do whatever I like.
Well, I must admit, most days I'm having a nap on the lounge through the day, sort of thing.
It's what you say. It's like listening to your body, and I'm like, look, if you're tired, just go to bed. Like, what are you doing up? Just reading the entire internet.
That's it, exactly. Like that's actually something that I haven't actually wanted to be on lately since I've been feeling ill. It's just that feeling like I've just got to stay off the computer. I've just got to sort of separate myself. And even I'm finding like if I've been feeling very exhausted, the phone might ring or a heap of messages might come through, and I just find that draining in itself, sort of thing. It's like I've had to take that step back and go, okay, I'm choosing me to focus on me at the moment and just nurture me rather than try to balance other people's energies at the same time as well. But I think it's a combination, not just my health that's going on. I think a lot of people are noticing the daylight savings. I know that throws me for a good couple of weeks, if not more, each side of it. The changes that the universal energy is going through. We have had so many energetic shifts in the last few months. It's not funny. So we're constantly uploading and downloading information. Like my ears are just constantly ringing lately, where usually I go through periods. One will be like ringing or the squealing sort of sound, or you'll get both, but you might get it for a day or two and then it eases off. It just seems to be constant. They just seem to ease off and then it's back full force again as well. So that plays with our energy fields as well with I think it's a decade where we are being forced to nurture us, bring that focus back to us, sort of thing. So
I've been trying to do the same, like just stay off the computer.
I've actually trying to utilize my study a little bit more. So just leaving my computer in the study rather than bringing it out with me. I mean, I've brought it out with me tonight. I'm on the couch rather than being inside. But I don't know. I've been working on my on some stuff for my whiskey tasting. I don't know if I told you about that.
I think you have mentioned it before.
So I'm very, very excited. And a few people have asked me a few questions. So I was like, well, I'll just put together like some FAQs and put it out there. And so very excited about that.
Right. Have you done the Popeye trip yet with the whiskey and stuff? I reckon that would be so cool to do. I want to.
So do I. I was hoping to win one of those Great State vouchers. And then I was going to use it on that because they have a high tea one. And me and a few of my other friends, we have a monthly club where we go to different places and try different high teas.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're called the High Teasers.
I like that. You have to recommend some places because I have not done a high tea yet, and I keep saying to people, I'm going to go and do one. I'm going to do one.
Hands down, the best, and not that far from you, is in Strath. There's a place called the Pastel Teacup. They are the best. Like, it's just run by a couple with a young family. And their attention to like, I have no sponsorship or anything with them, but like their food is delicious. It's great value. The service is amazing. The atmosphere of the place is great. Like, make sure you book, but it is so good. Rosie's saying that too.
So I'm sure my secretary, my mother, is still listening in the background. Mum, take note of that. We will have to do it.
Hands down. And I would have been to like dozens across the city and internationally as well. And that place, there's just something special about it. We crown a winner every year. And I reckon it's going to win 2 years in a row now. It's, even the big hotels, like you think that they would have the staff and the skills to be able to do it well. But I'm just like, there's something not quite right about some of their cakes. Like it's, not great.
It's probably not a good thing to start talking about when I'm thinking about dieting.
Look, I'm a week and a half into a really strict diet. Like, the problem with working from home is that I wear so much stretchy clothes and active wear. And then when I went to put on my non-stretchy clothes, I'm like, they literally don't fit. I'm like, this is disastrous. I'm like, okay, like, because I like my clothes. I don't really want to go buy a whole new wardrobe. So I'm like, okay.
Mum's asking where in Strath it was.
It's on the high street. So
in the high street.
It's beautiful. Near. Is there a pub there called the Robin Hood or something?
Yes.
Like that? Yeah, it's on that street. That's there.
Perfect. All right. Well, that'll
the
be
other side
easy
of the
to find, Mum. So we know where the Victoria Hotel is in Strath. We found that. Well, we go there occasionally. So
but it's really, really good. So I highly recommend that. And hopefully I can get off this computer soon. I only need to upload a couple of more things for the tasting, and then it's done. So
perfect. Excellent. You should have got on the other Friday night with Ros and I. She was on the G&Ts while we were doing
I think I might have tuned in very briefly, but again, I was just so tired. I think I might have said hello and then like I just scuppered. I was just like, because
somebody asked a question about whiskey and I'm like, where's Jen? She can tell us. So I had no idea.
That's why I'm doing this, because so many people, when they find out that like I love whiskey, they're like, oh, that's so weird. Like I don't like any, and it's like, because you haven't tried the good stuff. That's why, like, because you've been tasting stuff that I think is pretty terrible, and even I want Coke with it. But this is that's why I've done it a few times with friends, and one of my friends was like, you should do this for real. Like you should go out there and do it. Because she's like, you've got all the knowledge. God knows you've got the whiskey. And I think it's a good way to like kind of muscle in on what's traditionally seen as like a man's turf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, screw you. Like women should be enjoying this drink too.
Exactly. That's it. You should run some masterclasses maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Like it's just down at Glenelg. My friend's got a place with a liquor license, and so I asked her if one night if I can hold like a whiskey tasting masterclass type thing, but only for women. So it's like a women's whiskey tasting. So, and I've carefully thought about like which whiskies to take and like what to explain and what to talk about and all those kinds of things. And I've, like I said, I've kind of practiced a few times on my friends or my friends' boyfriends, because my friends also, they're like, well, I'm not going to like it. My boyfriend's going to like it more, so I'll be the driver. So now I need to get their boyfriends to be the driver so that they can come out. Yeah,
exactly. That's it. Maybe we should team up and have a whiskey and psychic night.
Yes. Oh my God, that would be so good.
It would be. It'd be a bit different, wouldn't it?
That would be so great.
I love it.
Yeah, and I'll get you. I'm sure I can find one that you will like. At least one whiskey that you will like. I don't know if you
after I've done the psychic bit. The fumes of alcohol go straight to my head, so I'm a very cheap drunk.
That's the best kind.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So, I love it. Louise is saying she loves it. We're getting a few comments here. Rachel, whiskey. Ross is saying great ideas. So there you go. Got a few people in it. So Roz says, what sort of spirits would they be floating around in the room with being tied on events? Very interesting. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I love it. So beautiful. Did you have a question, Han, you'd like to ask?
Not really. I don't think so. I'm just tired. When am I going to stop feeling so tired?
I want the answer to that one too. Okay, I do feel that as the weather's picking up, your energy is going to pick up as well with that side of it as well. And I did pull you a card. The card that's come out is behind each door is the unknown and unexpected surrender to what is coming. And I think that's a big thing at the moment because a lot of people are so used to trying to have that control over stuff. And this decade is very much about going with the flow, the letting go.
I was just about to say, I was like, Leanne, are you going to tell me to go with the flow again?
Whiskey flows. The more flow, they go with it. I love it.
When you said, just open the door and accept what's there or whatever it is, I was like, there's that message again. There's that message again to go with the flow.
That's it. Surrender, trust.
Yeah. Look, I actually got a similar kind of message from my doctor yesterday because I was like, I just feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to, figure out what the next stage is with my career and what I'm going to do. And she said, you've had a pretty tough couple of years. You might just want to take a break. And but I've had a break. And she said, no, I don't think you have. I think you've put pressure on yourself. And she said, why don't you just give it until the end of the year? She said, just keep doing what you're doing. You're happy enough doing that. And then in the new year, see how you feel, see if you need more time. If so, give it until Easter. If not, then, start putting your feelers out there. Because I was just saying, I feel quite lost. I don't know what I want to do.
I'm hearing that a lot from people lately, and I think a lot of it is to do with this universal upheaval that we've been through, the changes, the vibrational lifts that we're going through, because we are raising on such a higher vibration and very quickly at the same time. So a lot of people are feeling unsettled. And this is where I sort of suggest to people to take a step back, look at the journey that you've been on, look at the lessons that have been learned in it, give gratitude for it and release what no longer serves a purpose. because it's like we've had to hold it so much together for so long.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we're used to carrying that weight in our energy field sort of thing. So the more we can just sort of surrender, sit in gratitude, the more things are going to flow a lot more easier. Just a question, have you had a blood test lately?
I give blood. So that was probably about 12 weeks ago that I gave blood.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I'm just asking that is because what I'm hearing from a lot of people lately is the focus is on low iron, B12, vitamin C sort of thing, vitamin D sort of thing. So a lot of people seem to be coming up with the same things. I'm the same. I know my iron levels are very low. My daughter got told that yesterday with hers sort of thing as well with that. So, and there's been a few people lately saying, oh, I've got to have an infusion or I'm on tablets. So I just think that there's a lot of that stuff going on in the way of the body as well.
Yeah, that's not a bad point, because usually my bloods are completely fine, but with everything that's happened, I have a little bit of a high blood pressure, which is not good. No, I know, Roz.
I laughed when I read that.
But it's so I have a little bit of a high blood pressure, so my doctor wants me to stop giving blood for a little bit, just until we kind of get that under control. And I know I need to meditate more to, get the benefits of that and get my blood pressure down. But the last time, because I do check your platelets or something, some kind of your hemoglobin count when you give blood, and it's, considering I don't eat meat, it's actually quite okay. It's quite high. So
that's the whiskey. No, that one, sorry.
and like the vitamin D is like a huge one. I often, especially over winter, when there's winter sun, I just lie out in my backyard. The neighbors get a good eyeful.
I love it
sometimes, but like just to get some sun on my skin, like just for 10 minutes or so. It's starting to get a little bit too hot for that now. Like I don't like doing it in the hot sun. I just like doing it in the winter sun. So, but I'll keep at it. We'll see what happens and go to bed earlier.
I'm just thinking that might be the way to scare the kids off over the back fence that keep bouncing their balls on their trampoline into my backyard. Like, I don't know how many times I've knocked on my door in the last week going, my balls just come over your bed. Might be a good way to get rid of them way out there. Scared the crap out of them.
You never know, they might like it, Leanne.
No, well, that's it. They're probably getting close to teenage years, but I'm sure the oldest one's probably about 11 or 12. So I don't know who'll be more scared, them or me. But I just get a feeling there's a lot of people that have got that imbalance along those lines at the moment, and I guess we see a lot more of that coming out of winter too, sort of thing. So we're just more in tune with it.
I went to see a Chinese masseuse, and they look at all your energies and stuff like that, and he was like, next time you go to your doctor, maybe request a kidney function test, because there's a lot of what you're telling me that means that your kidneys aren't functioning properly. And I was like, well, it kind of makes sense. So it could also be something like that. But
that's it.
Yeah,
you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask for a test and get it checked out.
I completely forgot when I went to see her yesterday, so I'm like, oh well, I guess it'll just wait.
Yeah, that's it. Rachel's just saying, "Who best of luck with teen years." Thank God they're not my kids. Mine are, young adult women now. So, and to have boys, I feel sorry for them.
That basketball sound is just so annoying.
Yeah, well, it's on the trampoline. They constantly they put all their balls on the trampoline and they bounce, but it's right next to our fence. So that's like on weekends. That's all you hear is bounce, bounce, bounce. The other day they came over and I was vacuuming. I was still in my pajamas at 2:30 in the afternoon doing housework. You can imagine what I look like, hair everywhere and whatnot. They're knocking on the door going, our balls are in your backyard. They walked out with 6 balls, like soccer balls and basketballs.
Wow.
I reckon they knocked another 4 times that Saturday and Sunday. My husband was getting very shitty with them on Sunday.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't see you, boss. Where I put him in the backyard and said, you get under the bushes because I'm not. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
sort
I
of
wouldn't be going to get them.
No, when my husband says, well, you stay there, I'll throw them over the fence. Good on you, Paul. Send them under the bushes. They'll end up in a pile of dog poo, and that'll be the last time they do it, hopefully. No, my dog.
And they say, oh, we didn't realise that you had a dog. You say, no, we don't.
No, that's it. Just big dragaboos.
This is an emergency dog poo.
That's it. If you're not careful, it'll be on your trampoline. No, I can say that. Because I've done that to us before. Their father made him clean up the back, like the dog poo.
Yeah.
Instead of picking it up in the bags and putting it in the bin, they were throwing the bags over our back fence. So Dad made him come over and apologise. And my husband had realised what was going on. So he tied it on the tree on their side. So when they look at the back of the house, all they're seeing is these bags of dog poo hanging in the
That is awful. I'm glad that they were made to apologise, because that is awful.
That's it, I reckon. I'm thinking, 5 more steps and they would have been at their rubbish bin, but they'd rather throw it over the back fence. They probably thought it was funny. Boys, gotta love them. So
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's it. So enjoyed having close neighbours. All right, honey. Well, it's good to see you. I hope you start getting some more energy very shortly. So we might have to work on that gin and psychic night, whiskey and psychics.
Sounds good.
And whiskey and spirit.
I think there's a thing. Spirits with spirit.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon that would get a lot of interest.
Yeah.
I know there's a venue we can use in North Adelaide. So
that's
space.
So all for your device.
Maybe we can make it a high tea whiskey and spirit.
Look, let me think of how to incorporate that. You can make whiskey desserts. Very easy.
Oh, there we go.
Very mean whiskey brownies, like very, very mean whiskey brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be getting a family to pick me up and take me home, I think. Oh no, it's got accommodation there, so I'll just stay the night.
Sometimes it's just easier, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, exactly. And Roz wants the gin and tonics, tonic and lemonade.
Tonic and lemonade.
Yeah. So
Done.
Beautiful.
Easy.
Oh, Michaela's saying yummy. There we go. If you want Jen's information for a whiskey night, let us know and we can pass it on to your information on to Jen.
Hit us up.
That's it, exactly. Okay. All right, honey. Well, good to see you. When you take care.
All right. See ya.
Thanks, hon. Bye. I love it. I love the ideas. You never know what's going to work. Roz is saying some great B&Bs at Strath. Okay, beautiful. So, all right. Let me just jump back. I have noticed there's a few comments that we haven't got to. What does Roz say? So good to be over 60, teens gone and the grandies up. Yeah, I love it, Roz. So, it's that lovely age, isn't it? Melissa says, please, may I have some guidance on love? Honey, I'm just going to pull you a card on that, and I do feel this does fit around that. Be playful, have fun. Find that inner child. So sometimes we've got to remember to let that inner child come out and play and have fun with that sort of subject as well with that. I get it is time to start living sort of thing. So to me, I just feel there's been too many restrictions that have got in the way of that. Let that hair down and enjoy that time. All right. You love the dolphins too, Roz. Beautiful. Thanks, honey. Now, who did I? I'm just guessing who's going to. Hey, Michaela, how you going, hon? I did put your comment up, as well. Lisa, howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. My mother's with me and would love to get a message for her. All right. okay, I don't know why I needed to do that with spirit. All of a sudden, I just felt like I had quite a few people here in spirit. So would I be right in saying that your mum has lost a lot of people around her? I do feel that there is a wall of spirit that is like a protection and guidance for her. So when they show themselves like that, is their way of letting me know there is a lot of loved ones around them on the other side, and they are there to guide and protect with that. What's going on with your mum's health at the moment? Okay, I'm not getting warning bells, but I do feel like I'm looking at the chest, heart, lungs area with that side of it, because all of a sudden my heart, chest, lungs has got heavier in that sense. I do get the reference to it is about maintaining the health. Like I said, I'm not getting warning bells. So whether there's been some little symptoms or little things that have been catching her attention, I just get she needs to have that checked at the moment as well with that. Things are going to get easier is the reference I get. So to me, I do feel things have been quite hard. Take a step back out of the energy, ground yourself, take a deep breath, and look at how things will start to flow there as well. All of a sudden, I feel like I've got a male around her that used to use his hands a lot. So I don't know if that's dad for her, but it is an older male that would talk with his hands. So I get a very loving energy there too. Okay, so I'll leave you with that one. Okay, I'm going to run with the GNT. I think I did Melissa. Okay, Rachel. I was like that last night and wake up to an amazing thunder and lightning storm this morning. Beautiful. I love it. I love the thunder and lightning storms because it helps stir up the energy. It raises the vibrations. I was where you were with bloods and had 2 iron infusions and can't do a lot and sleep a lot. Yeah, I had an iron infusion back in January and they've said I need another one, but because I've already had one this year, they don't want to do another one just yet. So I do think a lot of people are feeling it as well. So thank you, honey, for sharing as well. D, let's go back to your comment. It says, hi, Leanne. Sorry, can't come on live as everyone is asleep. Opening up a can of worms. I asked a question about the event that happened earlier in our marriage, which cost me friends. Even though I needed answers, finally to get closure, I was prepared to for the hurt I would feel. I cried for 2 days and my self-doubted hit rock bottom. Been a very emotional week. Will this now slam the door shut on the past and help our relationship move forward in a positive way, please? I get yes, honey, but in saying that, I feel that you both, yourself and your husband, need to do the work on yourselves. So do the healing. Well, first of all, do the acknowledgement of what has come up. Look at the lessons learned in it and do the healing from it and release it to the universe, because I get it no longer serves a purpose. All right. I quite often suggest to people, and I've probably told you this several times before too, honey, put pen to paper, do the writing. What you do with that writing is up to you. You might want to burn it, set it in the freezer, or just discard it or send it to whoever, whatever sort of thing. In your situation, I feel like it's about letting the emotions out, the hurt, the pain, the things that you can't say because you're worried that you're going to offend somebody else in that way. All right. I do get you can move forward from this, and I do get the reference to it is about letting go of the past. Okay. And I'm a big believer. Over the last couple of years, the universe is pushing stuff up from a very soul deep level. So this stuff that is coming up, sorry, Spirit's playing with my nose around that. The stuff that is coming up the last couple of years is stuff that has been pushed down on a soul deep level for a very long time. And it's like we've been stripping off the layers of energy, the shit that we've held onto, or whatever you want to call it. And we're gradually getting down, like I said, into that soul deep stuff. So it's really huge energies that is coming up, and it is being forced to come up, to move it, to let go of it, so we can make room for what is to come in a very positive way with that side of it. So look at the timing of the way this has come up, the timing of what's going on and why it's had to come up. All right. You can't, and this is a general message for everybody, we can't continue to bury stuff. All right. Stuff that we think, oh, we've dealt with it, we've scratched the surface, it's out of sight, out of mind type of thing. The universe is going to constantly bring this energy up and it's going to force us to deal with it. If we avoid that, we are going to find that it is going to just continue to manifest. Avoid dealing with it. It's going to continue to manifest and get bigger and bigger and be a lot more heightened than it needs to be. So it is really important to do the work constantly. All right. Spirit is playing with my nose around this. So my feeling, what I'm saying is needed for people to hear, that there are people out there that are resonating with it and going, oh my God, yes, I have pushed stuff down. I haven't really dealt with it. I've only scratched the surface. Look at why it's coming up in that timing and how you need to let it go so you can actually move forward in a more freer energy as well with that. All right. So hopefully that has helped a few people, and those that it needs to resonate with, it does resonate with. Okay. Hey, gorgeous Sandra. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied there. She says, hi, Leanne. Kerry isn't good after Mum's passing. Will she be okay? Is there any messages from anyone in the spirit? And thank you. Honey, I get the reference to she's bottled up a lot of grief, and I don't feel like it's just from your mum's passing. I get the feeling it's over time. So to me, it's just a feeling that it's one after another in that sense, okay? I do feel that she will come good from this. Communication is the key. So if she can't talk to you or another family member, maybe talking to a counsellor or somebody, either myself or somebody outside of the family, will help her in that way, okay? I do get the reference to there is healing that needs to be done. So to me, I just feel like your mum's passing is kind of like a trigger that has set this emotion off, but it is the build-up. Like I was just saying, we hold on to stuff for ages, sort of thing, for years, decades, whatever. I get the feeling there's multiple things there with her, and by communicating, acknowledging how she's feeling, talking it through with somebody, I do feel things will get easier for her. All right. So sending yourself and Kerry lots of love and healing as well. All right. I just got to pull a card, and it's the Owl card. And I had to laugh when I pulled the Owl card, knowing that the very first time I spoke to you, and I think you were a little, if I remember correctly, you were quite skeptical, and it wasn't long after Philip had passed that I acknowledged the birds out the front of your house all the time. I think they were cockies or galahs or something. So as soon as I sort of pulled that, I got this smile from Spirit. The Owl is very much about being observant. It's time to see the bigger picture of what's coming through with clarity. Sit in that feminine energy is what the card's about. But I was just reminded of the very first time that we did speak here on Facebook and connect, that the birds came through in that way as well as birds since Mum's passing as well, in that way. All right. So sending you lots of love, honey. Okay. Lashana says, will I ever go as far as saying I get soft touches from, beautiful. I love it. All right. So we get those touches, like when I was talking with, was it Dee or Sandra, the tickle to the nose type of thing. Spirit will get our attention in so many different ways. So many people will quite often play with their hair or feel like their hair's moving. That can be very much spirit, okay? I quite often say to people, when you get those touches, the rub to the nose, the tickle to the cheek, the playing in the hair, take note of what's going on in your life at that time, because spirit will get our attention one way or another. So, and I always say, trust what you feel, think, see, you hear, you know. All right. Beautiful. All right, guys and girls, I will leave the card readings there for now. What have we got coming up? Roz and I are going to be in Bordertown doing private readings on the 28th and 29th of November. Now, I think I've got about 5 or 6 readings left between Thursday afternoon and Friday morning. And then we move on the 29th to Mount Gambier to the 31st as well. So if you would like a reading with, Roz or myself, please do inbox me or reach out to Roz Bounty. On our events page, there is a link there. I think it's rozbounty/calendly.com, if I remember correctly, Roz, where you can book with Roz. Now, for Mount Gambier, I am totally booked out. I have, thanks, Roz. I have taken my last booking for Mount Gambier this afternoon. So, but I do know, where is it? I do know Roz has some appointments left. Bordertown, thank you, Roz. It was around the other way. Love it. Bounty is actually UNDY. There we go. It's scrolling up now as well. So, guys, we do have a scammer in the background at the moment. So please do not inbox them, because just block them and report them to Facebook. And I'm sure, sorry, clicked on the wrong one. That's why I need to type it out. Yeah, I was just doing it out of memory, Roz. So we will be there, as I said, on the 28th and 29th in Bordertown. 29th in the afternoon onwards to the 31st of October, we will be at Mount Gambier. If you do want to have a reading with me, please do reach out to leannewinston.com and /services for my services. If you're interested in learning more about your intuition, please do check out my online workshops. If you're interested in doing a beginner's course online, but in a weekend setting where we are face-to-face on the computer, please do let me know, because I am looking at setting up a live workshop on the weekend, so I can, like early next year for a weekend, so we can get to as many people around the world as possible in that way as well. There are some fairs and expos coming up. I will be at the Gawler Barossa Ladies Night on the 20th of November. Now, you do have to buy tickets for that, and I've got a funny feeling it is sold out. 21st of November, I will be at Modbury. I can't remember the number, but it's Kelly Road, Modbury, at the Adelaide Wellness Expo as well. And I will be doing readings there, as well as Mum and Dad will be there with the stock. If you do want to purchase yourself a deck of cards, check us out at the fairs and the expos. Or you can jump on through my website, leannewinston.com, and go into Inner Soul. Otherwise, Inner Soul Guidance, oracle.com.au. You can certainly order online and we can post them out. Otherwise, you can pick them up from me here in Mount Barker. You just need to organise a time with me to do that as well. Then I also will be in Glenunga Hub, I think it's called, on the 12th of December. And you will also find me, I think it's the 17th to the 19th of November in Mount Barker Central as a pop-up store as well. Modbury North, Mum's Tummy. Thank you, Secretary. So that will be the 21st of November as well. And I think that's 10 to 3 p.m., 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. that day. All right, lovely souls. Thank you for joining in. I know we've gone a bit over time. I'm going to just pull a card for those that have asked a question and hasn't got an answer today. So this is a general card for everybody, and it's the Hope card. Have faith. It will happen. So trust and surrender once more to the energy and allow it to flow. When we sit in that flow, that trust and surrender sort of energy, everything will fall into place the way that it needs to. All right, sending love and healing out to those that are open to receive it. Take care of yourselves, and join Roz and I on Friday night at 8:30 Adelaide time here on mytimetv.live. Thanks for joining in. Bye for now.